It was around midnight, on the lawn of Alexander Courtyard, when up came a Thompson tank and 75 of the Devil's Squad. 100 black students were behind the fence, standing and mumbling and staring defiantly on, when 75 men of the Devil's Squad marched up with neither uttering a tone.
May I have your attention, please? When he said that, another student threw a bottle, and the bottle burst. And when that bottle burst, that's when all hell broke loose.
There is no state with a record that approaches that of Mississippi in inhumanity, murder, brutality, and racial hatred. It is absolutely at the bottom of the list.
68 and 69 was the peak of the civil rights movement. There was a lot going on at that time, and we was a lot of student participation in the Freedom Riders and other kinds of activities that promoted Jackson State students to do the same. So it was the peak of the civil rights movement in 67, 68, and 69, and 7 is when we had the incident here at Jackson State University.
In West Jackson, white motorists used to come through, and they would holler the N-word. Hey, nigga. Throw bottles and bricks, hit students. They came through during the wrong time period. They had the wrong brothers and sisters at Jackson State to be messing with.
Well, this all came about because of the places we couldn't go, things that we couldn't participate in simply because of our color. And that was the reason we made the change. We couldn't go to what you call the mall, couldn't go to Chris's, or couldn't go to some other places and have a hamburger if you wanted to, unless you went to the back door, or you ordered out of a window. So the changes that we were striving to make is something that we thought would be good for the generation to come. So we just were part of the change. Basically, that's what it was.
So what we ended up doing was letting them know that we would return the bottles and the bricks. We had what people call a riot each of the past 3 years. There was a riot here at Jackson State, what they call a riot, each of the 4 years that I was here, all right? But everybody quiet down. So that night, white leaders, who I considered at that particular time to be stone racist. John Bell Williams, he was the governor of Mississippi, he was stone racist. I don't mind saying that. Russell Davis was the mayor. All these guys. See, blacks didn't serve on any board. Jackson had a commission form of government. Had the mayor and 2 white commissioners. They ordered, because the white motorists were retaliated against, John Bell Williams called in the Highway Patrol and National Guards to come to this campus. Russell Davis sent the city police, all right? So at night, he had a fence there where B.F. Roberts used to be the dining hall, okay? James Green, a young high school student from Jim Hill, he was coming home from school, so he was on this side of the campus. He used to come through here to go home. Phillip Gibbs, who was a junior that year, was on the other side, and all the students were laying around quiet. Nobody was saying anything or doing anything. This is our campus, all right? This is at night. We had students on the other side, on this side of the campus, other side. Everybody just laying around. You know, you could hear a pin drop. But all of a sudden, now the National Guard never did come up on this campus. Never did. They stayed outside of the campus. But all of a sudden, you heard this. And all you could hear was students, oh.
Rounds of bullets were fired by patrol officers at a crowd of student protesters, injuring a dozen and killing 2. JSU student, 21-year-old Phillip Lafayette Gibbs, who was a father of an 18-month-old son and had another child on the way, and 17-year-old James Earl Green, who was a senior at Jim Hill High School. What came of those gunshots would be remembered on campus for decades.
Students need to know that the freedom that you have now and the thing you have is that someone did pay a price for it. A price that sometimes called death.
Whites had a plan. Cooks Douglas is an architectural firm downtown. They had a news conference at their office. They were going to put a tunnel underneath Lynch Street, coming under Jackson State to come all the way on to the other side. I went down. I was the only black down. As a matter of fact, the table looked just like this, where they had the model. And I looked at it and I said, if this is approved, or if you even think about doing it, I'm going to announce it and talk about it to every black person in this city and white. You're not putting anything underneath Jackson State. See, the whole concern was to get whites to and from their jobs to their home. Even after you kill 2 blacks and you wounded 12 or 13 others, you tried to kill as many as you could. They disbanded it. They did away with it. All right? But watch this. Let me show you something. And I always tell us, white folks are preliminary planners. They plan ahead. Black folks are reactionary planners. We wait until a crisis has arisen. Then we try to do something about it. That's bad business. You would never come through this campus again. Never. You'll never drive through here again. Never. And that hasn't happened. I forgot what year the plaza was placed in. But we closed Lynch Street. I don't know about the rest of the students, but old lap hasn't changed. And I won't change because I still see that now. And I will not forget it.
Always be friendly and love each other. That's what I think is important. And don't give up. Keep the hope alive.
Faced with an enormous shift in culture, Jackson State College looked in to find their strength and build a place of security for the students and for generations to come.
I wish I could say otherwise, graduates, but the question isn't whether you're going to come face to face with these issues. The question is how you're going to respond when you do. Are you going to throw up your hands and say that progress will never come? Are you going to get angry and lash out? Are you going going to turn inward and just give in to despair and frustration? Or are you going to take a deep breath, straighten your shoulders, lift up your head, and do what Barack Obama has always done? As he says, when they go low, I go high. That's the choice Barack and I have made. That's what has kept us sane over the years. We simply do not allow space in our hearts, minds, or souls for darkness.
After that tragedy, we created the plaza to form unity. We have hot spots, we have culture fairs, we have so many things that just shapes the university, and it's the heart of the school. It's amazing that something came from such a tragic place, but we as African Americans, we have always had to endure such hard times to overcome and bounce back like we always do, and we always come out stronger and on top. So the people that try to tear us down, they only made us better.
The feeling of walking on the plaza is like walking down the halls of high school. You see your friends, hey, gotta get to class, gotta get to the caf. So it's like kind of like that unity high school feel, you know. Everybody's there. It's like, it's a culture, it's a vibe. That's kind of like unmatched. So much goes on there. Good conversations have happened out there. World problems have gotten fixed out there. It's just, it's a culture, it's a vibe. Like, I can't explain it to you unless you walk down it.
We fight! We fight! When we fight! We win! When we fight! We win! When we fight! We win!
It's so much that they do for the students to be successful, and I'm so happy to be a part of that, and I'm so happy that they care enough to put on programs to help, you know, just prepare us for the real world and to be successful. They even have a tiger closet. You know, they want us to dress for success. It's just so much that they do, and it's so very appreciated.
I feel like here they embrace you, no matter where you come from, and they believe in your dreams and goals. They'll ride with you until, you know, it's your time to leave. So I feel like Jack State, that culture really has done that for me personally, because I was like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and everybody's like, I don't know how you're going to do it, but we're going to do it with you. So this is like, to have like a nurturing environment, kind of like home. With
the talent here, sometimes we feel like we're not enough. But what everyone fails to realize is we are enough and more. So it's important that I give back to schools like HBCUs because it was founded on such rich history, and it was founded for Black people to succeed. So graduating from somewhere that it was built so I can provide a better future for someone else is just so important for me.
Hello, my name is Carmen Owens, and I'm in the 7th grade at Bailey APAC here in Jackson. After high school, I'll attend Jackson State University and graduate in the class of 2029. And then become an actress. I am here to introduce the speaker for the day, my aunt, Miss Yolanda R. Owens. But before I do that, let me just say that I think it's great the way you celebrate the history of this great university. Honoring the history is a part of what will make JSU stronger for current students and future students like me. Please don't stop giving back. Always strive for excellence. And always remember to keep the students in mind with everything you do. After I graduate from Jackson State, I plan to become a member of the Alumni Association so that I can also make sure that the school is still here for my younger sister, Janelle. Oh yeah, and one day I may be like my Aunt Yogi and run for alumni president. I hope you'll vote for me in 2038.
It's been a long time coming. I know, change has gotta come. Oh, yes, it is. There's a time I will go to my brother. Oh, I've asked my brother, will you help me please? Oh, he turned me down, and then I asked my dear mother. Oh, I said, mother, I'm down on my knees. It's been a time that I thought, Lord, this will last very long. Oh, now, oh. But somehow I thought I was still able to try to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it is.